赤コーナー182センチ 76.5 キログラム古木克明
Massive ovation here for Katsuaki Furuki, making his mixed martial arts debut. Andy Oligan 2-1 in MMA, 2-7 in kickboxing. A K-1 max fighter. All 9 of his kickboxing matches in K-1 have gone to decisions. Andy Oligan, a very skilled competitor, but this is the heaviest that Oligan has ever weighed. He tipped the scales yesterday at 77 kilos, usually fighting at K-1 max as 154-pound or 70-kilo limit. 3 rounds of 5 minutes duration, no extension rounds. The voice, Michael Chavallo, Frank Trigg and Hans Thompson with you. And Furuki opens up with the front kick and the straight right punches. Andy Oligan locks on for a Muay Thai clinch early and drills the knees in the midsection. This one's opened up with a cracking pace.
There's like 4 or 5 unanswered knees. I can't believe this guy's still able to stay on his feet.
And Furuki indeed is fighting as a southpaw here. Fires a front kick off the back leg, does Furuki. His chin is very high in the air. His stance very straight up, which could make his jawline easy pickings for Oligan. Oligan is very quick with his hands. The younger brother, of course, of Bobby Oligan, who you've seen here at Dynamite in the past. He fought Hong Man Choi in Choi's first ever Dynamite fight. And they clinch up over in the red corner.
What I've seen so far, the only way that Furuki's got a chance to win this fight is getting Oligan to the ground, because he's getting beat in every position on their feet, and he's not able to really land a good clean punch without getting hit 4 or 5 times himself. Nice attempt at a single leg, but his chin's caught.
Furuki locking on to that right leg here of Andy Oligan. Oligan's got the Muay Thai clinch around the back of the neck in the single hand.
You see how Furuki's back is straight, his knees are locked out. He's using nothing else but arm power. Oligan can defend this all day long, especially when he has his hand caught with his arm underneath his chin.
Trying to sweep out that leg there, Furuki. They are pressed up against the ropes in the neutral corner. A massive crowd on hand here for Dynamite 2010. The annual fighting festival is certainly alive and happening. And the referee calls break. Andy Oligan, his brother Bobby, is the 13th of 33 siblings. Oh, the big kibosh! Smack bang to the kiss up. The heavy hands, the fast hands I spoke of Andy Oligan. And welcome to MMA, Furuki. He gets dropped again with the right hand. This one could be all over. I said it earlier, Frank, that jaw was propped up with Furuki from the opening bell.
Yeah, he put that hand straight right down the center and backs him right out. I mean, what a great job. Oligan just, took his time, took his patience, and now he's blooding him up.
Oligan, who trains in kickboxing under the snake, Masaki Kato. And this is a solid first round here for Andy Oligan.
See, I like Oligan's position. The problem is, though, he's letting Furuki hold that leg, and what he needs to do is get a bigger sprawl on, because he's going to be able to sneak himself up.
Blood just spewing out of the nose here of Katsuaki Furuki.
There was such a pretty white canvas when this fight started.
And this is good groundwork from Oligan. He locks up that right leg of Furuki, who's in top position inside the half guard of the Nigerian.
I have to be honest with you, Furuki's a little bit tougher than we thought it was going to be, because he took 3, 4, 5 straight shots and is still in this fight a little bit. I'm not sure if he's able to get out of this position, but he's doing okay right now, Furuki is.
Frank, as far as I can tell, this isn't a gimmick. It seems like he really does want to be a serious MMA fighter, which is something different than we've seen with a lot of pro athletes turning to MMA fighters.
Different from Jose Canseco, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's actually taking this seriously. It looks like, other than his chin being up and not having any experience, obviously, stop a lot of those knees to the midsection, he seems to be doing pretty well, and he survived that first onslaught very well. I'd like to see him get his head out here. He's got a free arm. He needs to just take his right arm and get that arm off his head.
And he must have heard you, Frank. He does just that, Furuki. Nicely done from the former baseball star. 1.5 minutes remaining here in the first round, set for 3-5. First fight of Dynamite 2010 from the sold-out Saitama Super Arena. Furuki in the mount.
I would hate to see this fight now get stopped, because Furuki's nose is broken, there's too much blood, and the doctors have to stop this fight, because he's actually on a full mount, got good position, got him stretched out, got perfect grapevines in, hips are down. And Hans, you're right. His guy's actually trained heavily in the ground game at least, so he knows what he's doing.
If you were going to compare him to Canseco, it would be like if Canseco went into MMA immediately after retiring and trained seriously.
Yeah. Straight up for some ground and down here as Furuki getting off the first real good punches of his fight so far. And once again, back to this grapevine position in the full mount.
See, Oligan is so good athletically. He's doing a very bad job of getting out of this mount. His leg is free, and he can turn one hip down and start to get out of this traditionally. But he's not doing it because he doesn't really have that knowledge. And like I said, he's so athletic. He usually explodes out of positions like this and gets away with it.
Oligan, who's had some tough losses in mixed martial arts to Daisuke Nakamura via the trademark Nakamura flying armbar. He lost to Bull Cowboy Promok and Takayuki Kohiromaki in K1, defeated Takayuki Kohiromaki in the rematch. This is his second appearance on a Dynamite card for Andy Oligan.
All right, we've spent about, 45, 50 seconds in this position.
Oh, he reverses it.
I was just going to say, he's about to get reversed. He needs to keep his hip down and start getting a hand between his Oligan's face to get some separation. But
Oligan onto his feet, trying to plow through with that right hand. 1 round down, 2 remaining. We go to the towels, and Frank, your thoughts on the first stanza?
I have to be honest with you. You know, we talked about this before in other Japanese cards where the judging is a little bit different, and they actually judge the whole fight in a lot more positions than they do in America. Honestly, you know, Oligan got the big bang. He got the big body blows. He got the big straight rights and lefts down the pipe. He knocked for coming down on his back. He had complete control, but at the end he got mounted. Now, did he do more damage? Yeah, he bloodied him up. But I think Oligan might have lost that round. I honestly think that Furuki was able to pull off this round because he had control more of the time.
You see the nose, the cut over the eyebrow there of Furuki. That beautiful straight punch there from Andy Oligan in the first round, doing the damage on the former baseball player. But as Frank and Hans Thompson did mention, it looks like Furuki is certainly taking his move to mixed martial arts very seriously. I am impressed by the first round of the former baseball star.
They got the bleeding stop. You know, he's got was that Abe in his corner? That is Abe in his corner. So he's got a pretty good corner. Then he's obviously taking this very seriously.
I spoke to Abe before this, and he said, based on the exhibitions, he thinks he'll do pretty good. But he said this isn't an exhibition.
Oh, okay. Even his instructor understands the presence on this one.
Round 2.
Second round of action. Furuki staying in southpaw stance, fighting the left-handed fighter, swings the right hook. He's going to chop that chin though, or Oligan's going to come up the centre corridor with public enemy number 1 of the southpaw, the straight right.
Furuki's doing a much better job this time of throwing punches as he comes in than just straight coming in, which is why he got knocked down in the first round.
Oh, when he had the right idea, Frank, he went from the tie clinch, then transitioned to an uppercut. Good inside work there from Furuki. Now they're clinched up in the blue corner.
Now, you can't give a guy like Oligan any space, any time to kind of rest here. You need to get him off the rope and get him back down to the ground and take full advantage of your superior grappling skill. If I'm in his corner, I'm yelling at Furuki, you have to get this down right now. Don't wait. If I'm in Oligan's corner, break, get position, get away from him as fast as you can.
Furuki looking for a takedown there, but maintains his vertical base. Does Andy Oligan. 50 seconds down here in the second round. Furuki working hard. As that cut starting to open up again, if they put any more Vaseline on his eyebrow, it'll seriously slip off his face. And down they go to the canvas. Furuki gets reversed again. Oligan ends up in top position, Frank.
Left his hips up too high when he had that takedown. It was a great knee pick. Perfect timing, good position, but left his hip up. And of course, a guy like Andy Oligan, he's very athletic. He's going to be able to flip out of that quick as he can, and now he's on top beating up on him again.
Oligan snaking in some punches here on the ground, trying to open up that cut over the eye of Furuki. The blood coming by the nose again also.
He's going to start working for Kimura because he's got that position now. He looked at him looking at his corner. He saw Abe, and you can hear Abe telling him, start reaching for this position.
How would this be on MMA debut to win via Kimura submission in the second round? Body shots there from Oligan, but he's in trouble here, the Nigerian.
All he has to do is get that wrist to the far shoulder and keep taking it up till it hits that far ear. If he can do that, he can get a tap out here. It's very difficult from this position. He can't easily try to sweep the end up on top. Furuki does. He's getting to it now.
Furuki going for the finish on Andy Oligan. Referee moves into position. Is this one over?
Because he switched on top, he's got a better position. He's got to get up a little bit higher. His head's too far down. He's blocked himself off.
Oligan surviving for the moment. Furuki going to town on that left arm. Is Oligan finished now? Oligan trying to fight his way out of this submission attempt halfway through the second round.
Okay, now he's got him pushed all the way down. All he has to do now is slide that elbow straight back up towards the far ring close and it'll lock that shoulder all the way out. So he's keeping that elbow in line with his deltoid. It's going to keep the pressure off. See, now all some strength, he's able to get that arm straight.
He survives, Andy Oligan. And Furuki reset it again here.
Wow, good job staying on that position. See his bottom knee down here is still on the canvas. He needs to get his hips back on top again. He's giving Oligan too much space to move his hips around.
Furuki wants the submission. 2 minutes remaining, still a long time to get it.
Okay, he's on top now. He's got hip down. He's in a much better position. Personally, I think if he just slides that elbow up towards his ear, it'll finish it off. Oligan doing a great job on the bottom to keep his arm planted. He knows how he's moving his hips, but he's making sure his hand stays pinned to the mat. Now he's out.
Fantastic defense from Andy Oligan to survive, and now controlling the posture of Furuki. What can Oligan do from here, Frank?
Okay, see, he's holding on. It's a survival technique. He's trying not to get hit because last time he let go, he got punched in the first round. This one he's trying not to get hit on, so he's trying to hold him down close to his body. As he's doing that, he needs to be moving his legs and turning his hips all the way hip down, one side or left side or right side, so he can get all the way out of his mouth. What he's doing is he's trapping himself. He's actually holding himself in this position. Now all you're going to get is a referee stoppage and stand back up again.
Little wipe of the eyebrow there of Furuki.
That was nice.
60 seconds remaining here in the second round of 3. They are barking instructions from the corner of Katsuaki Furuki.
They're telling him to grab the head there.
And he listens to the corner. That's what I like to see from a debutant fighter.
If you grab him in the head, you're looking for a guard pass, which is what he's going to right now. If you want to sit up and punch from that position.
Oh, and he gets reversed. Nicely done. Inside the guard now is Andy Oligan.
That's why I don't like trying to go for the guard pass in that position, grabbing the head, because it's so easy to get rolled over, and that's what happened.
Through this whole fight, he's done a real good job of listening to his corner. When they say something, he reacts and does what they've been telling him, which, as you said, with a young fighter, that's all you can really ask of him.
He's doing a great job, and I have to be honest with you, I'm a lot more impressed with him than I thought I was going to be. I think he's got a bit of a future here in mixed martial arts.
Couple of hammer fist strikes there from Oligan, trying to posture up here as Furuki opens the guard now. He had it closed before. Oligan gets off the right hand, but to no avail, and he throws up the legs, locks in the triangle. Furuki looking to shock us all here on his MMA debut. And the round ends. What a phenomenal 5 minutes from Katsuaki Furuki.
Furuki had one of the cleanest transitions. That was almost Nogueira-esque when he transitioned to that triangle lock off of getting punched. He just grabbed the hold of his far wrist, pushed it off, and his leg just sinks in there, just melted right into the triangle. That was a great position for a guy that's as inexperienced as he is to fight it.
I was going to say, Frank, you've seen a lot of debuts over the years, but what makes this exceptional is here's a guy from a completely unrelated sport. There is no relation, no correlation between baseball and the martial arts, and here's Furuki putting on a phenomenal performance.
You can say he's got some athletic ability because he did play outfield. He has to be able to go standing still for 2 or 3 innings, doing absolutely nothing for about 45, 50 minutes, and then running 100 miles an hour to catch a ball, and then throwing it as hard as he can to get it back into the base. So you know he has athletic ability, but not contact sport athletic ability. This is really tough.
Do you like this view, Frank? This is the referee cam.
I love the referee cam, and this is one of the things that Dream does a very good job of, is the referee cam. We get an actually, even from us being at ringside, we get a better view from the referee cam, because he sees stuff that we can't see, even from here.
One more round remaining. If you gave the first round to Oligan, you've got to give the second round to Furuki. These scores, though, are given on an overall fight and not round by round here in Japan. Once again, they've stemmed the bleeding on the left eyebrow of Katsuaki Furuki. Oligan's got to go to that jawline, Frank.
I thought this fight was going to be over. I thought Oligan was going to knock him out in the first round. I was for sure this fight wasn't going to go in the distance at all, and I'm very impressed by Furuki.
And Furuki goes after the jawline of the Nigerian. Oligan puts a Muay Thai clinch, drills it into the sternum to no effect. Nice knee to the right thigh. Oligan breaks off, gets some distance. He's got to throw the right cross down the tube here, Andy Oligan. He's setting for it. Throws around kick instead. That was nicely done to the left rib cage. Thai clinch, meet and greet. Couldn't pull the head down. Second attempt there from Oligan.
Wow, that was a crazy rib kick. I'm surprised I didn't put Furuki down on the canvas.
They're telling him to try to sweep the leg here, and there he goes.
The instructions from the corner of Furuki.
Most times in a match like this, you don't worry about the corner. I understand what you're saying, but my understanding is, correct me if I'm wrong, Oligan is fluent in Japanese. So this doesn't really help. Sweep the leg, he's going for your leg.
More fluent than his celebrity brother, Bobby Oligan, who is often the subject of comic ridicule when he appears on Japanese TV for his verbal mishaps. There's the overhand right from Oligan. And he flicked him the short left hook. They clinch up again in the blue corner. Knee guard from Faruqi.
Faruqi doing a great job at closing the distance, staying out of position so he doesn't get punched as much. Now he just has to get this to the ground again and get to a superior position.
Underhooks for Faruqi. Can Oligan throw the knee off the right leg? A little corky knee to the outside left thigh. 3 minutes, 15 remaining. Third and final round of what has been a great way to kick off Dynamite 2010.
What I've seen so far from Oligan, one of his biggest problems is that he's been spending a lot of time trying to throw big power punches, and like you're saying, to that little quirky knee right there, is enough just to pepper him and kind of keep Faruqi off him a little bit. Would have got some separation.
The referee breaks. He'll move him back to centering. A chance here, perhaps, for Oligan to get that right hand off. Cracks away to the upper left rib cage with the round kick off the back leg. Faruqi fakes a front kick, didn't follow through with the right hand of his own, however, and now he's paying for it in the corner. Cops a knee to the midsection. One underhook for Faruqi. Turns Oligan into the turnbuckle.
Now remember, nothing is happening here, guys, at home, but what's going on is it's showing that Faruqi's got ring control and he's more aggressive because he keeps pulling Oligan in the corner. So this is a problem if this goes at a distance. If this goes at a distance, the judge is going to favor Faruqi because he's got more position power.
Oligan able to use that left knee, and the referee will recommence them from the centre of the ring, keeping the action flowing. You see the blood over the eye now of Faruqi. Oligan's got to try and open that up, and he tries for it with the high right round kick. And off the lead leg, that was the liver section. Here's the Muay Thai clinch.
Good body lock, good position. Oligan's in a little bit of trouble here. Faruqi knows how to do any kind of twisting throws or half knee taps here.
His corner's telling him to try to hook and sweep the legs again. And I saw online he's been doing a lot of judo training. It looks like that was a big part of his strategy here today.
So far, it seems to be working smart.
Referee keeping a close eye on proceedings, calling for action here. He may break them in a moment. Knee from Faruqi. Oligan returns the favour. Look over that floating rib cage. If Andy Oligan looks familiar to you, if you're a movie buff, he's appeared in a couple of films, noticeably Babel and Catch a Fire. Well, he faked the right round kick, Oligan, but he had no follow-through. There was a good lead leg round kick. But he's allowing himself to be forced into the corners here, Andy Oligan. As I said, he is carrying 7 kilos more than he normally carries. I wonder if fatigue is setting in here, Frank.
7 kilos more. You're talking over 14 pounds. That's a lot of weight to carry around on a guy of that size frame. That can definitely play a fatigue factor if he didn't put it on the right way, but making sure he's doing his wind sprints and doing some endurance training while it was going on in his body.
On the other hand, I would have expected Faruqi to be losing steam here because I've heard that he had a very tough cut, looked really gaunt.
Oh, he wears the right hand, that chin propped up in the air, and finally Oligan finds the target with the big thumper I spoke about. Side control now for Andy Oligan. Can he go kleptomaniac like a thief in the night and steal the final round?
It's completely possible. He got beat up the entire second round. He might be able to steal his third round, and we all know they won the first round. But if the entire fight is judged, are they going to put this on a bigger map with only 12 seconds left?
Blood absolutely pissing out of that eye now of Faruqi here in the final stages. That is an awful sight. Faruqi tries some reverse knees off his back, and he gets clobbered again with the right hand of Oligan. Oh, shot after the bell from Oligan.
Wow, this is going to be a tough one to call.
Have a look at that, Frank. His eyebrows almost flapped off his face. He's got 2 eyelids now.
Well, thank goodness he's already married to that really hot supermodel, and he's already got a daughter because he's not getting any more chicks with that eye.
It'll be interesting to see how they score the 3-round fights in Dream or Dynamite, since this is the first time that they have the 3 5s here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's a lot different than usually. It's a 10-minute first round and a 5-minute second round.
Let's have a look again here. The high right round kick from Oligan going after that cut on Faruqi's left eye. But it was the final 30 seconds, beginning with this punch to the jawline. As I said earlier, not tucking the chin, propped up in the air. A very bad boxing guard on Faruqi. And Oligan threw that number 1 shot you've got to throw against the southpaw, the straight right hand. Will it be success on debut for Faruqi, or will Oligan snatch it?
Judge Miyake, Andy. Judge Chodori, Andy. Judge Isono, Andy. Your decision.
All 3 judges give it to Andy Oligan. Perhaps it was the viciousness of the final 30 seconds after the First round, Oligan. Second round, definitely Faruqi. He stole it like a Winona Ryder in the final 30 seconds track.
Well, one of the biggest things they judge on here in Japan is damage. Whether it's from the bottom, from the top, whether you throw an elbow from the bottom and cut a guy open, if you punch him, knee him, whatever it is, it's the damage control. And obviously, Uligan did a lot more damage than Faruqi did throughout that fight.
A fantastic start to Dynamite 2010. Andy Oligan takes his mixed martial arts record now to 3-1 in his second Dynamite appearance. Folks, coming up next here from the Saitama Super Arena in Japan, it's going to be the old wrestling gremlin, Pauluno.